Now, it shouldn't be called tequila, and it shouldn't be called mezcal or any of the other alcohols made from cactus. What it really should be named is Your Dick Goes in the Fat Chick and Fuck the Police. There you go. That's happened to me quite a few times. I probably have a few kids running around out there that I don't know about. Hello everybody, Terrence Popp here with another episode of Live from the Lair. We're going to take ourselves a little break from the Army stories. YouTube is kind of flipping out and they kind of demonetize the ones that are, graphics, so we're going to take a little break. But I've got a lot of responses from guys out there that want me to go through all the shit on the bar. So I will. Hang on a minute. I usually have my menagerie. This is usually some type of whiskey. This is a mixed drink. Right now I usually have Coca-Cola, and I put either Kraken rum in it or one of the vodkas. And I always have a beer. I usually go with Bud Light because, it's less fattening and I'm trying to lose weight. Even though I've been steadily holding at 215 for the past 5 years. So I've got down to like 205 and held it for maybe 2 weeks, but for whatever reason I bounced right back up into that weight tier. I work out. I hit the bag 3 times a week, run twice a week, lift weights, heavy once a week. And I guess I am what I am. It is what it is. Okay, now we're going to go down here. Here's the mix. Coca-Cola. Then I have, this is actually very good here. It's a single barrel select Jack Daniels. So this is a birthday gift to me. Now, I'm kind of at a conundrum here because I don't agree with how they name a lot of the alcohol. All right. I'm going to explain to you. They should name the alcohol by its effect on you. Okay, like for instance, whiskey is fight in the parking lot. Okay, I can't tell you how many times I got cocked on this stuff and wound up slugging out in the parking lot. I did it all the time on active duty. Again, here, we got 100% rye. This is, fight in the parking lot and his friend. Okay? You wind up getting a tooth knocked out, concussion. And then we got the Tennessee and the Jack Daniel Honey, which is basically a sweeter whiskey. Do I like it? Yes, it mixes well, but it's not really strong enough to get you fighting in the parking lot. It all depends. Some people yes, some people no. Here's the Jack Daniels, was it Winter Jack, which is a Tennessee cider, which is actually, I do have Crown Royal apple, and we used to have Jack apple and Jim apple, but that is flavoring. This is actually made from actual cider that's been, they rot it in a jar, and then they siphon out the water, and you wind up with that. So it's not bad. Back here, I got an Evan Williams Cherry, which is a mixer whiskey. It's made for, making your Coca-Cola taste like cherry Coca-Cola. That when you have a few too many, you can't drive home. I've been there a few times. So, hey, what are you gonna do? Lock your keys in the trunk and go to sleep. There's another one of my favorites right here. Evan Williams, 100 proof. That's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. And it's got a very, very good aftertaste. Doesn't really give you a hangover unless you get stupid with it. And in my opinion, and they're not sponsoring me. I'm just telling you, this is good stuff. You should probably try it out. Now here is the good old favorite. No bar is complete without your tequila. And we got Jose Cuervo here, the original Blue Agave. Now, it shouldn't be called tequila, and it shouldn't be called mezcal or any of the other alcohols made from cactus. What it really should be named is Your Dick Goes in the Fat Chick and Fuck the Police. There you go. That's happened to me quite a few times. I probably have a few kids running around out there that I don't know about, and got thumped on by the cops. But they beat the shit out of me, and I guess that was all it really took. They let me go after that. And did I ever do that again? No, not in their jurisdiction. I have usually I like to have a couple vodkas around here. This one here is from Detroit. It's Valentine vodka. Again, they're not, you know, they're not a sponsor, but I do like their product. I drank quite a bit of it. They used to actually have one that was in a, I don't know, it was a custom bottle. And there was like, another company was doing the same thing. It was like a skull bottle. And then I guess there was some kind of dispute and they lost out, so they no longer use the skull bottle. But, you know, that one's pretty cool. And the name that I put on vodka is, yeah, who are you and where's my car? I can't tell how many times I had to say that one. Shit.
Cast out into the street, stripped of all motivation, but still expected to pay for everything as if you're still married. Yet somehow, Greg has been reborn through the simple game of golf. Sinking 30-foot putts has doused the flames of a spiritual hell, and now, life is not all cruelty and suffering. Purchase Chasing the Best Days on Amazon today. A link is in the description.
So, I mean, we're going to get a bigger bar and, you know, put more up here. I got the Crown Royal Apple. This one is its replacement for this one here. This one's almost empty. And it's quite tasty. But in the future, we're going to definitely put some more booze on the bar. We're looking at getting a post office box so you guys can send in some stuff that we can taste for you on camera. And you guys might actually get a kick out of that. Because I like my booze. What can I say? I usually drink it a lot to help me sleep, since I lost my ability to sleep after I got blown up in Iraq, which is a blessing in disguise, because when most of you guys are out there in La La Land sleeping, I'm up planning to take over the world. That's why I came up with all the shit for Redonkulous, because a lot of times I don't sleep. I just get up and fucking write crazy ideas down, and they're pretty fucking funny. All right, gentlemen. I also want to know what you guys think of the war stories. Leave the remarks in the comments. You know, I've been sitting on those stories for basically since 2003, 2004. And a lot of times, if you keep it bottled up, it's going to fucking kill you in the long run. So it's doing me a world of good to, you know, get it off my chest. And maybe some people out there will learn some lessons from it and drive the fuck on. Now, I had one guy out there, actually a couple guys, you know, asked me for advice about going in the military. And, you know, I wholly support, you know, if you have no other options, or if you just, you know, not ready to go to college, or you don't know what the fuck you want to do with your life, the military is a great place to figure that shit out, okay? Like when I went in, there was no other game in town for me. I mean, there's no scholarship for a white boy with a 2.51 GPA. I didn't have a lick of athletic ability, so vada voom, vada ving, I wound up in the general infantry. Now, I don't expect everyone to do what I did. It's a little extraordinary to do all the bells and whistles in one career. I managed to pull it off, mainly because I got lucky, and I'm not really good at quitting anything, so that's pretty much how that goes. But one of the good benefits of the military today is the GI Bill. All right. So not only will they pay for your tuition and your books, they will also give you, I think, $1,200 a month to live off while you're going to school full time. So that takes a lot of the pressure off you to work like 3 or 4 fucking jobs. And if you're one of those guys like me who's a super nug, and you need all extra time to study just to get a 3.0, then that's the program for you. Now, in regards to making the military career, in today's environment, I would heartily tell you no. You know, go in there, do your 4 years, 2, 4, 5 years, whatever you sign up for on your contract. Get whatever you can out of them. A lot of times, you know, you can pick up a lot of IT MOSs, which is a job where they teach you down in Langley and Fort Huachuca how to actually defend, you know, networks and computer systems from outside real-world threats. And when you get out after 5 years, you can pick up a job, you know, working for one of the civilian industries that support that stuff, because you'll have a clearance. And walking in the door with just an E5, getting off active duty, walking in the door as one of those contractors, you're making a minimum of $100K. Okay, and then that's just your probationary pay. And once you get off probation, I think 12 to 24 months, it jumps up. You know, I know guys are making $176,000 a year now. And they retired and they have a top secret clearance, and that's what they're doing because they're really good at the IT thing. You should really look into that. Another thing, if you want to go in the Air Force, you know, there's all kinds of trades you can learn in there for maintaining aircraft. I know lots of guys making $65, $85 an hour, working on airframes 8 hours a day, 4 to 5 days a week, pulling down stupid cash, you know. And I mean, you just can't beat it, okay? And you're not really doing anything, you know, meaningful with, you know, your years between 18 and 22 anyway. Because most of the people I know, 18 to 22, if they're not in the military, they're partying, they're smoking, they're getting smoked and poked if they're a woman. And, you know, they're basically burning those 4 years away, and then they go like that. And then all of a sudden you're 22, 23, like, what the fuck have I done with my time? Don't put yourself in that situation, gentlemen. You don't want to do that, okay? I mean, all I can say is, you know, I went in at 17. I got off active duty roughly 23, and I went in the Guard Reserve for like 13 years until I got activated, then got divorced, and I said fuck it and stayed in. And I'm retired now. Another reason why it doesn't really pay to make a career out of the military today is simply this: they got rid of the pensions. They changed it over to a 501k or 401k, and you know, it's quite easily, you can do your 20 years in the service, and if the market takes a tank, you have nothing in your 401k, nothing to fall back on, no pension, nothing like that. You know, fuck that, gentlemen. It's not worth it anymore. If you don't get the pension, you know, just do your 4 to 5 years and fucking walk, and leave it to the fucking idiots that want to stay behind. And another reason not to make the military a career is you have a lot of women in leadership roles, and most of the women leaders I had were absolutely worthless, except for I had one great one and 2 mediocre ones. The rest of them were just people that signed a line in the dotted line. And you know, God forbid you say the wrong thing or whatever fucking happens, your career's fucking ruined because they just get fucking evil like that. And you know, and it's not just the female commanders. In my 30-something plus years in the military, I got like 8 officers total, which I thought were like stellar. 2 of them are dead. Maybe another 4 or 5, which were, you know, above average and solid guys. The rest of them were just people punching a ticket to go on to the next assignment, and they didn't fucking care about the people that work for them. I watched hundreds of people get crushed by them because they're making everyone around them look bad so they can look good to get promoted up. And that's pretty much the launch pad for the saying, you know, fuck up and move up. So, you know, if you have 18 years into a system and then you get a fucked up commander who does that to you and fucks up your career, I'm surprised there isn't more people out there fucking doing active shooting in that regard, because that is seriously fucked up. So, do your 4 to 5 years. If you want to keep a foot in the game in case, you know, the aliens attack or some crazy shit happens, just go in the National Guard. If it's bad enough, they will mobilize you to active duty anyway, and you can go do your deal then. All right, gentlemen, I guess that's enough of my ramblings for the day. Went through what's on the bar for you guys. I'm going to be working some of this into my comedy routine. And remember, I do not have a drinking problem. I have problems, so I drink. So cheers to you, gentlemen. Have a good day.